Now today, TV6 hosted the 3rd annual Cops and Kids Community Book Drive in partnership with Together Making a Better Community and the Davenport Police Department. TV6's Joshua Blount spoke to those involved to find out why this drive is important.
The TMBC Lincoln Resource Center and the Davenport Police are helping young community members expand their minds and personal libraries with Cops and Kids Community Book Drive. Tracy Singleton, Executive Director of TMBC Lincoln Resource Center in Davenport, says sometimes access is the obstacle.
A lot of times these kids are young. It's not their fault, it's not their fault. It's access, it's opportunity. And that's all we're trying to do at the Lincoln Center, is to provide the access, provide the opportunity, to give them the tools they need to change the narrative or the direction of their life.
Many community members came by and dropped off books of their choosing. Singleton says it's important to see the police department involved as well.
Hopefully they develop the relationships with the Davenport police officers and the CIT team so that maybe as they get older, something happens and they have to make a decision on whether to do the right or wrong thing. They'll be like, well, no, Sergeant Harris probably would not like to see me down at the police department, so they make the right decision.
Mark Holloway dropped off copies of books his mom wrote that helps children learn to be loved for who they are.
My mother grew up, she spent the last, 30 years in the school district in Ferguson, Missouri. And so she knows all about how important it is for young people to have a good self-image. And so she wrote these books a few years back just to let them know that, hey, you are special just the way you are.
Singleton says if any difference is going to be made, it starts at home.
We know in the Quad Cities for Black students, the 3rd grade reading level is only at 11%. That means almost 90% of our students aren't reading at 3rd grade reading level. We have to change that narrative. So the only way that we feel we could do that is to make sure that we get books in homes and develop a love of reading for the kids.
In Davenport, Joshua Blount, TV6 News.
Now, organizers say the books will be stored at the Lincoln Center and kids are free to borrow the books as much as they would like. Officers will also hand out some of these books at later events.